welcome to a very special and unique race at the Race of Champions here in London's Olympic Stadium.
Team Daytona prepped and shipped 30 high-performance D-Max karts to the prestigious Race of Champions for the Daytona Cup and the Pro Driver Race.
Anything technical like this, go in the office at the back. Correct yourselves, can come in here and lie across those two.
The team of 35 track staff got to work preparing their garage in order to race on the temporary track built inside the Olympic Park Stadium in front of 40,000 spectators. With all the kit now unpacked and the karts prepped for overnight storage, it was time to join the race drivers for a behind-the-scenes start to the Race of Champions.
Tomorrow, after the Race of Champions, we're doing a karting race, a rock kart race for the first time. So Daytona, who's running the most successful karting series here in the UK, have prepared some D-Max karts. They'll bring it to the car changing areas. You can have a look at it today. So those who want to do it, let us know. We want to do a weigh-in today because we're going to compensate the weight. So you all have to get down in your underwear, get on the scale here, and then we'll weigh you and we'll try to compensate for the weight. No, we trust you. No lead in the pocket, so you can keep your overall on. Alex? Okay. DC?
Where am I?
You want to do the karting tomorrow?
Who am I? Who are you?
I don't know. Depends the days.
Flashback.
Okay, you can think about it, DC. Susie, do you want to do the karting?
I'm fine.
Okay. If Susie doesn't do it, then you do it. Okay.
You're
in your
Too heavy.
No, we compensated for that. How much do you weigh?
90.
You have no ballast.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I think I speak for everyone.
Yeah.
Where's the grid girls?
Cheerleaders and grid girls will be on the track. Rock time! Yay!
With the list of Pro Driver participants completed, it was time for the all-important driver weigh-in.
69 maybe?
Thank you. And you put it all around your nostrils. And that's the number 99.9% of all the viruses that goes into the
Gonna jump on and then?
Yes. Check it out. So like when you're flying and stuff like that, they use that at the hospital in Miami.
Good on.
You can try from all sides.
Somebody was happy.
I need to go again. I was talking with them.
A couple of them were really big.
I think it's a bit 1 kilo less. Yeah, 1 kilo.
Four times Formula One world champion Sebastian Vettel wanted to check the karts out for himself.
Thank you. Do you have a camera?
Of course.
125cc rotor automatic.
Air cool.
Yes, that's the radius.
You want to sit next to Sebastian?
No.
Tires? Which tires are you?
These are Bridgestone YDSs. YDS?
Not sticky.
No, the harder ones.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Meanwhile, there'd been some developments, as Daytona's CEO Charlie Graham explains.
The problem is they cannot set the track for karts until after Top Gear have finished, and they are now asking if they can have some help. Now, this is very much a question for all of you. Is there anyone who feels that they would like to and be capable of helping out at sort of 2 a.m. to get this thing, between 1 and 2 a.m. to get this thing configured, and get their sleep, and turn up and do their job just as well, perfectly tomorrow?
I don't know if you say no. Not me. Question or volunteering? Volunteering.
Well done, good for you, good for you.
At 2 in the morning, due to circumstances outside of Daytona's control, the barrier system had not been delivered as promised, meaning the track would be unsafe to race on. However, at another site, the team discovered 120 unused barriers, which they put to good use, working throughout the night to prepare the track. Many team members had worked tirelessly through the night, to try to ensure that the show went on.
Welcome everybody to the former Olympic Stadium for the Daytona Cup. For the next 15-20 minutes or so, if I could ask for the drivers to give us their utmost attention. I have to warn you that Charles Graham, over there, our event director, is already in a foul mood. He's been up all night producing this event. So one of the reasons I asked you to make sure you left bacon rolls and croissants is the marshals have all been out in a building site, finding extra barriers and bringing them in and making the circuit safe for you guys to race.
Daytona's track team continued to work on in the challenging weather conditions to ensure the race could be safely run and on time. Spectators and drivers were informed and entertained with commentary from Jake Sanson.
And what an incredible spectacle this promises to be. Wait for it, chaps. We're almost ready to get going in the Daytona Cup for the Race of Champions. And here we go, 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 go! Why, that is a fancy overtaking move around the outside. If he can make it work, he does it. He's pinball. And a spin again. This is going to be even better than the Race of Champions later on, trust me. You won't get wheel to wheel with 24 cars out there once Messrs. Christensen, Button and Plato comes down. Whoa, that is a big one up on the curve. We got contact in the final turn. We got contact in the final turn. Big slide from Myson Motorsport. Where they've got a good run up the corner. They're going to be side by side down the main straight. It's up the inside. That's a choice manoeuvre from Redhead. 130 car is on fire in the pits. That is Kev Power. Oh, they managed to put it out very quickly. This is going to be even better than the Race of Champions later on, trust me. But for Andy O'Neill, Owen Jensen and Jack O'Neill, it's time to celebrate in the freedoms of an Olympic Park Stadium. And Daytona Cup winners are Myson Motorsport. Fantastic race. There's never been a motor race like this in an Olympic stadium like this before in this country, and I think the boys did an absolutely incredible job out there considering, you know, the weather, the tightness of the circuit. Absolutely incredible.
With the customer race completed and the F1 driver race unfortunately cancelled, the team wasted no time in packing away the carts and taking a well-earned break.
I look, you got sausage rolls and stuff. I mean, sausage back. This is okay. All right. What are you doing there, Charlie?
What?
What are we doing?
This is the schedule, the running order for the entire day.
Changed somewhat, hasn't it?
Every 5 seconds.
It's a.
Me and Richard about to pull out. He's shell shocked.
So tell us again, Charlie, what's going on?
Well, the race is on. It's off. It's on. It's on.
Is it a race or a parade lap?
Parade laps. Yeah.
Okay.
The drivers want to have a go in the D-Max cars. That's a real compliment.
Of course they do.
I told them all that stuff you did with the red hose and everything. They said, "Well, we've got to have a go in those cars."
Load of crap. Okay, all right, no problem.
What's that smell?
It's no problem. We can deal with this.
This now meant the whole team had to dig deep again and fully prepare 20 D-Max race carts against the clock. Meanwhile, it was time for the Daytona Cup podium presentation.
Let's have a huge round of applause for Daytona Motorsport! Incredible job, boys. Massive respect. Massive respect. Let's have a big round of applause, please. Daytona Motorsport getting the fastest lap of the day down there. Big round of applause, because that was incredible. Snow, rain, hail, sunshine. These guys have experienced it all.
Immediately following the podium celebration, some of the rock drivers hit the circuit, leaving the Daytona crew marooned in the middle.
We're going to have to wait here, I'm afraid. Yeah, we are. Unfortunately, there's some racing driver.
Champion in 2009, Jensen Button, taking on Felipe Massa. We'll let them dry it up.
When the track was clear, they quickly made their escape while Sienna went in search of David Coulthard.
How important is karting? You started off in karting, didn't you?
It was fantastic. I didn't want to stop. I really didn't want to stop karting, and my father said, okay, at 17 you should go into cars because then you can maybe make a career. And I managed to eke out, I think, 4 or 5 more races into the winter series before I started my sort of car testing.
Now also, a little birdie told me that you had a very lucky pair of underwear that recently fell apart and you would wear them a lot.
Shall I show you?
Oh, have you got them on now?
Yeah, okay.
I thought they fell to bits.
I used to, when I was karting, I had, you go to those sort of 3-pack of pants.
Yes.
And I remember they were really comfortable, and I used to sort of rotate them through my racing weekend, and eventually they kind of got a bit worn out. So what I did when I was in car racing, there was an Australian company make pants called Underdags, and they're super comfortable because they put everything in the right place.
Right.
And very important if you're going to be pulling high G around the corner. So I have lots and lots and lots of pairs of them, and I'm actually wearing, even though I'm retired, I'm wearing them now because they just hold things in the right place.
So we won't ask you to model them now, but Charlie would quite like to see them. And it's fantastic having the D-Max carts here, and you're going to have a go in one later, aren't you?
Yes, indeed. We were meant to be doing a full-on race, but I think there's an issue with the runoff areas.
Yes.
So it's a demonstration. But all the drivers in the briefing this morning said they wanted to take part in the demonstration. So I think we'll have a bit of fun.
Now, if the race was to be on, who do you think would have won?
I guess the lightest of all of them, maybe Felipe or something like that. I know they're doing a weights thing, but I think, you know, just it's better to be sort of low centre of mass and all that stuff. But saying that in the wet, maybe it's actually good to be a bit, you know, you can get your weight into the axle.
Yeah.
And presumably they're on wet tyres, are they, for the wet running?
Or slicks,
Slicks,
yeah.
oh my. Well, you know what's going to happen? Start, first corner, shunt, game over.
Right, okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Amazing to speak to you.
Thank you. All the best.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
While the rock show got into full swing, Sienna got working on her intro.
Ready? Hello and welcome to a very special and rare race at the Race of Champions in London's Olympic Stadium. Hello and welcome to a very special and unique event. I'm tripping up the stairs the whole time. I need to look down. Now the weather's lovely now. We have blue sky, but earlier it was a very different matter.
As a prize for finishing on the podium, the top 3 teams from the Daytona Cup were given a behind-the-scenes tour.
Paddock space. Come on. Let me show.
It's close to a go-kart, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a really aggressive go-kart. So this is our little working space. Yeah, these are great, aren't they, little atoms? Yeah. These are the cars that we use as our kind of main car. So when we were designing the track, we literally put some cones out and drive around with these and try and work out the best track. I'm seriously impressed with how noisy that car is when it goes around. It is the old version. You definitely notice it. And that's what's nice about a proper stadium rather than a kind of a racetrack. We'd love to have been here for a few years, but obviously this becomes West Ham Stadium in June. I can't imagine in their first year they'd give us a weekend. But well, you have to have 2 weekends and work it around an international break. But I'll let you guys move in back.
Yeah,
now,
let's
so
nip
you
back
can get
inside.
Make sure you get.
While all this had been going on, the Daytona track team had been very busy preparing 20 D-Max karts for the F1 driver parade lap, including setting all the GoPros to capture the action. Back at the driver's lounge, Jack O'Neill anxiously waited for David Coulthard's arrival.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, David.
There's your watch. No excuse for ever being late.
It's very true.
It's a very nice TW steel, which is
got the same one
also the same as what I wear. So
Great stuff.
well done
Excellent.
again.
Thank you, David.
Congratulations. Cheers.
With everything in place to fit in with the tight TV schedule, it was all getting a bit intense.
Who's this going ahead, Luke?
I don't know, we're waiting to see how many drivers we might have. Obviously the guys have just finished on the track and we've seen quite a few drivers getting changed already, but hopefully we'll get half a dozen, maybe 10 out in the karts for a couple of laps on the track.
How are you feeling?
Cold.
Proud you might be going out there?
If we do, it'd be really cool.
Frederick said 5 o'clock, he said bring them down at 6 when the podium's going on. They're here and, you know, whatever, okay?
Sadly, there was one more spanner left in the works. During an on-track display, a pool of oil had leaked onto the circuit, meaning there was not enough time to prepare the track safely for the D-Max F1 driver parade within the TV time left for the show. But, despite the disappointment, the team knew they'd be back for a full race in 2016.
Well, that's the end to a fantastic day here at Race of Champions. In fact, it's the first year that a kart race has ever been part of an event like this. To find out more about what we do, go to our website, daytona.co.uk, and we'll see you soon.